Salutations everyone, this is Razor here giving you another movie review. It's been about a minute, so today I'm going to give you my review of 42, 1,000,000,000,000 times better than the movie 43, even though it's a number shorter. But if you guys aren't familiar with this film, it is the biopic of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in Major League Baseball, starring Chadwick Boseman as Jackie Robinson. His biggest role of his career so far, does a fantastic job. Just a breakthrough performance there, and just an astounding supporting cast. Like, there is not a wink link in this class, in this whole cast. You got Harrison Ford playing the team executive Branch Rickey, in what I think is his greatest acting performance of his illustrious career. It is just amazing the job that Harrison Ford did as Branch Rickey, and I would not be surprised if he was an early candidate for Best Supporting Actor when the time comes, 9 months from now. But just a fantastic performance by him, as well as the rest of the supporting cast, as well as a surprisingly awesome job by John C. McGinley, known to most of you as Dr. Cox from Scrubs, in the role of Red Barber. Absolutely a great performance there as well. But an entire great supporting cast. This is just such a great film and such a great story. It's the story of, a black man in the sports world. He started it all. I realize that there's a lot of these stories that have come out over the years. A lot of these movies about black people playing a sport that's predominantly white and having to deal with racism and all that, and it kind of feels like a touchy TV movie kind of a thing. And they've seen him everywhere. Freaking high school football. We've seen it in freaking sledding. We've seen it in freaking competitive swimming. I mean, it seems like, it's a bit much with the amount of these type of movies that we've seen, but this is the original story. This is where it all happened. This is where it all went down. This is the story when it comes to a black man going into a sport, dealing with the white supremacists that have ruled, the country until that time. I mean, they still continue to, but you know what I mean. And they did a fantastic job of doing so without making it feel like any of those previous, touchy-feely TV movies that just teach that, oh, white men are evil. And don't get me wrong, there's, a lot of, historically accurate racism here, as there needs to be, because what Jackie Robinson had to go through was just so amazing that he was able to come through at the other side. It's a fantastic story, not only for the Brooklyn Dodgers, not only for baseball, not only for sports, but it's a great American story that everyone needs to know. Everyone needs to know, and what better way than a fantastic film to get you introduced to the story and just learn a little bit about American history, because he is an American hero. None of this was something that he set out to do. There was a lot expected of him, and just became a hero out of the sheer circumstance of what he had to do and what he had to go through. If he had failed in, being a fantastic ball player and not fighting back against all the rampant racism of not only the people in the major leagues, but also just society in general, then it would have set back this transition of black people being able to play professional sports many years. A lot was riding on what this man had to go through, and he went through more than anyone else has ever had to go through in professional sports. And not only was he able to do that, he was able to play the game just as good as anyone else. Winning Rookie of the Year, as many of you know, bringing the Brooklyn Dodgers to the World Series. Dem bums, getting the attention that they deserve, and the amazing story of Branch Rickey and him going through this great experiment, bringing the first black man not only to the minor leagues but to the major leagues, and as a predominant player, and he opened the door for everyone else after him. So it's a great story, and it's a great film as well. Fantastically acted all around, great direction. The writing was superb. Historical accuracy through the roof. There's a lot of attention to detail here. Chadwick Boseman had to go through baseball practice 5 days a week in order to get those skills down, and also, being able to play like Jackie Robinson, getting his batting stance down, getting his fielding down, getting his running down, everything iconic about Jackie Robinson, Chadwick Boseman was able to pull off flawlessly, and it really shows the attention to detail, the amount of effort that was put into this film really shine through, as this is the best movie of the year so far, without a doubt. Yeah, I know it hasn't had much competition yet so far, but I think it will stand up to the next few blockbuster films that'll be coming out this summer. It's a great way to start off the summer. And as you guys know, baseball movies by themselves just lend themselves to being fantastic films. I mean, you got Bull Durham, Sandlot, Major League, Rookie of the Year, The Natural, The Rookie, Moneyball, which was the latest great baseball movie to come out, which was fantastic as well if you have not seen that. But 42 is definitely up there. It might not define a generation like Sandlot did for me and people my age, but it's still a fantastic movie, and I hope gets the credit that it deserves. Been getting a lot of positive reviews and attention. One of the things that I noticed that I haven't seen anyone else mention that I really enjoyed about the film is that the beginning of the movie pays homage to the Jackie Robinson story, which was a film made a couple years after Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. That was a biopic about his life. It really was into more of his early life than this movie, and his relationships as a youngin with his family and such. But also the stories of, being in the majors, and actually starred Jackie Robinson as himself, since it was only a couple of years after the fact. The beginning of 42 pays homage to the beginning of the Jackie Robinson story, and I thought that was really cool. If you know Jackie Robinson history and you know that movie, then you'll notice it as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. It painted everything in the right light. Those who you needed to paint in a negative light were done so perfectly. Those who were the heroes of that time and of that story were painted as so. They did a fantastic job of the historically important scene of Pee Wee Reese and Jackie Robinson when they were in Philadelphia. That iconic, important scene in baseball history, they did absolutely brilliantly in the movie 42. Everything was just done perfectly. It was a perfect movie. It was as good as it could be. There was absolutely nothing wrong with this film. The entire acting cast is completely strong. Some people are going to have, troubles being like, oh, this is just like every other white people are evil movie with, black people dealing through stuff. But you have to realize this is the original story. This is the story where it happened. This is where everything else comes from. And he had to deal with more than anyone else in pro sports history, and was also able to achieve on the field, as well as being able to keep his head cool and being able to deal with things that no one else had to deal with. And he opened the doors for everyone else, and truly is an American hero, whether he wanted to be one or not. The circumstances made him that, and he was able to be the man that we needed him to be, both as a Brooklyn Dodger, as a baseball player, and as an American. This is definitely a true American story that is an important part of our culture. And I think if you don't know this story, then it's definitely another reason why you need to see the film regardless of how incredibly good it is, which it needed to be. We knew it could be, and we knew it probably was going to be just based off of the story. Great acting jobs, just great writing all around. It's a fantastic movie, guys. I don't know what else I can say to get you guys to see it. There's nothing else out right now that's actually worth seeing, so go ahead and see 42. And comments always appreciated. I will see you guys next time.